Something that's been helping me a ton, just feel more like myself, is getting back into like my normal routine during the week with like work and stuff like that. Obviously with the job that I have, my routine is quite flexible, but I am a pretty structured person, so I do find myself feeling a lot better when I have more of like a typical day-to-day, week-to-week routine. So I'm going to take you guys through that. I also have my follow-up OB appointment today, so we'll go along for that as well. So there are some things I'm adding in to just like slow down and kind of just like be where I'm at right now, but this is pretty typical of what my like work routine would look like on a Thursday most of the time. So I'm having decaf like first thing in the morning, and then I'll have a caffeinated drink like 2 or 3 times a week. So just to keep my caffeine lower. So I'm just gonna get into some client work and messaging, and then I will take care of the boys and have some breakfast. And my Roomba's vacuuming my house right now, so I apologize for the atrocious vacuuming noise. Alright, Biggie and I are in the Dutch Bros line. We're gonna get a coffee, a Pup Cup of course, and then go for our hot girl walk, which I've loved doing that the past few weeks, of just like having a day where I get out of the neighborhood to walk one of the dogs and go on a trail and just make it a little bit more fun for myself. So gonna do that, then go home, have some lunch, work a little bit, go do the podcast at Maddie's before I go to my OB appointment. And he knows when we're in the Dutch Bros line, and he is like so ready for his Pup Cup. He knows the Pup Cup's ordered. He's ready. Like, Pup Cup is here. Cast time!
Woo! Check it out.
This high-tech setup.
We're so fancy.
I just feel like a little conflicted. I told Jake I'm so tired of coming to OB appointments at this point. Like, I just don't want to be here anymore right now. My OB's great, but I just like have had so many appointments the past couple of months, and it just like sucks because it's like at this point I would have been towards the end of my first trimester, and like we would have been coming for totally different things. So to now like be coming for a follow-up for my DNC is just like a weird. Then literally waiting in the waiting room for an hour for a 5-minute appointment. It went well. Again, it's out of their control sometimes. So just followed up with things post-surgery, making sure that I feel good, that bleeding stopped, there's no cramping, which I'm not having any issues. And then just kind of went over what to expect with my cycle coming back, and like when it's safe for us to start trying again if we want to. So my cycle will probably come in like the next month, and then once I've had my first cycle after the DNC, it is like safe and okay for us to start trying again. And it's just like such a weird thing that like you actually have like increased fertility for like 3 months after a DNC, which is like nice, but then I guess not. So anyways, just when we get pregnant next time, to let them know really quickly, I'll get in earlier with this pregnancy than I did with this last one because I have had a miscarriage. And then just because of that, and because in my last pregnancy my progesterone levels were low at the beginning, so they did put me on a progesterone suppository. They'll see me pretty frequently, so she said probably every week for the first trimester, just to make sure things are good, to check labs and things like that, to make sure that levels are doing what we need them to do. So just all the things to think about for the future, and just making sure things are okay right now, which they are. So It was like a little depressing being in the waiting room, I'm not gonna lie, just because it's like obviously all my appointments before that were for our pregnancy, so, and just like seeing other people in there that are like pregnant, and like these girls had like their 3D ultrasound pictures, so it's like so exciting for them obviously, but it is just like kind of that reminder of like what we aren't getting to have with this pregnancy. But glad that I'm recovering well and just being optimistic and hopeful about what's to come. So now I'm gonna go to the store. I'm definitely getting out of here later than I thought I was going to. So I gotta run and grab some things for dinner. I'm like romanticizing a little girl dinner for myself every week on a night that I'm not tracking, and that's tonight. So we're just gonna really like slow down, enjoy cooking, and have a good night, and then just kind of hang with Jake.